What's going on, everybody? It's Tim and Angel here in Mushu. I don't know why, I just kind of logged in here. I think it was farming Jade Oni for a specific mount, not mount 1. But yeah, so I would like to preface this video by saying thank you to King's Isle for providing the codes that Blue is able to give away. I love when companies do that. That's very, very nice of them. And I don't usually enter giveaways. I entered this giveaway as sort of a... Can you hear me better now? Might have been a little bad. I entered this giveaway as kind of like, oh, maybe I know for a fact I'm not going to win. There's like probably tons of people entering the giveaway. I won. I was shook. Now, Blue is a really cool WizTuber. I recommend him. Considerably most WizTubers, I can't really stand much of them, but I really do appreciate Blue. He's a nice guy. I love his content. He comes up with some of the more unique videos, I'd say, in the community, doing stuff related more to housing and, well, not necessarily always housing. He's always doing his walkthroughs, but he always pulls a housing video. He did a lot of frequent top 10s. If you just want to see his content, go check out his channel. I do appreciate the content that WizTubers put out, but I do love a certain uniqueness that some of them have. Anyways, so I guess this video is sort of going to be me, one, obviously thanking Blue and King's Isle for all the code, but also to give my opinion on the Avalon, I believe it's called the Avalon Outlaws bundle, not completely sure, but I guess let's just get into this. So, we have the additional castle elixir, which I'm popping out right now because I need it. The Vulpine Avenger. Now, I heard so many people love this mount so much because of that 2% pierce. I want to see it for myself. I've not really watched many of the bundle videos. I watched Blue's, and I watched Heather the Wizard's. I did not watch anyone else's yet. I want to get my own taste on it after seeing 2 other WizTubers see it. Alright, let's equip them out. Now, I'm not a frequent buyer of bundles. I did get a ton of packs recently, though. Thanks to my bud for that. Let me lock that right away, but... I really like this one, though. I have gotten 3 bundles in the past. The Mirage Raiders one, which is on my Storm. I also got the Jewel Crafters, and all the way back when I got the Olympus bundle. Now... the Chariot was really unique, because back then 2-person mounts weren't really that common. We did have the 3-person Hydra mount, but these 2-person mounts were sort of unique. I really like that mounts now have stats, like the Crystal Unicorn gives accuracy. The Mirage Raiders bundle, it gives Power Pip chance, which I usually use that mount for my low levels. I'm questing because it's always nice to have all these Power Pip chance. And wow, look at this thing run. Like, that's actually really cool. And also, I really do like that it's a small mount. And to my knowledge, there are only, like, I think 2 mounts that give Pierce in the game. And that is this and the Clockwork Steed, which is ripped straight from Pirate 101. Let's just follow this guy. Hey, everybody, look, I found Blaze Lifehammer. I found Blaze Lifehammer, just kidding. It's not really him, guys. It's a level 37 Storm. Who's got the same name. Probably a fan. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, I do really appreciate this mount. Like, it's... last time I saw a mount this, like, unique and fluent with animations and just uniqueness, I'd say, was the Celestial Wolf. And the Celestial Wolf was definitely a really cool mount. I wish I got it, but... oh well. Let's move on to the rest of the stuff. There's the house, which I love tree houses. I've always wanted a tree house in real life and never got one. But the tree house castles, I believe there are only 2 in the game. There's the Outlaws Refugee and the Life House is sort of like a tree grown on top of a house. Which I always found that pretty cool, but I'm not a life wizard, so I would never buy that. I don't even buy the Death House. But this Outlaws Refugee, I want to decorate it, and I want to see what I can do with it. And before I continue on anything else, I would like to say, unlike everybody, I'm not that big of a fan of Avalon. I never found Avalon an interesting world, probably because, I don't know, I kind of rushed through it and didn't really pay attention to the story that much. I didn't really find it as interesting as everybody else found it. Everybody says it's like the best world, it's the most unique. And I agree with everybody's opinion, it's definitely a unique world. Like, the art style is so different compared to all the other Wiz worlds. But personally, I like Chrysalis more than that, and I know everybody complains about Chrysalis because, oh, it's a really tough world, that final world split into 2 different parts, but personally, I love it. I love Chrysalis so much. I got frustrated at times, but it was just so much fun. Alright, let's equip the equipment. I really do love the outfit. I don't know if you can die, but if we can, I'm dying it. So here's the stats. Decent stats, in my opinion, for low level. Like, it gives all the essential stats you'll need. Gets progressively better as you go on. Having guidance at that level, though, how good is that? Because I know accuracy is so hard to come by at, like, really low levels. About level 40, it changes from... Around level 30, it changes to double steel charm, which is pretty unique. I mean, is there even a double steel charm, like, learnable spell? I don't think so. Level 50, that damage is absurd on boots. I don't like that it gives stun resist. I don't like that, but I also think the robe... I get where King's Isle's going. They want to make the robes more defensive, while having the hats being offensive, and the boots being a mix between offensive and defensive. I get where people are saying, like, oh, the robes suck now, like, there's no good robe, we should just stick with the robes we've had at level 100. I disagree. Like, if you're using these gear sets where it's an offensive hat, an offensive/defensive pair of boots, and this robe, it just balances out your stats. Like, I've seen people rock these. Obviously, like, there's things like the Jade robe and stuff, but I do agree with the stats on these. Level 80, they get really good. Like, that damage is still great for level 80. Level 90, they start giving Shadow Pip chance. I think that's the only robe you can give a 2% Shadow Pip chance at level 90, so that's actually really good. Alright, and we get into level 100, when the stats getting really good. 110. Oh, wait, when did it start giving Acuity? So it gives Acuity at level 60, which is... I've never heard of Acuity. I don't think I've ever seen that spell before, but Pierce and Accuracy, pretty good. And then at level 120 is really good. So I'm accept that at level 120. Okay. Why is my Discord going off like a crazy person? Alright. So, this is the thing I'm most... How about I equip the gear, actually? So, I want to make a point. I haven't seen a single person make the point about this, but the boots are good. Now, I have these boots right here, and I'm planning on stitching them because, honestly, I'd rather use the Dworgen's boots over the Deadlord's Greaves of Woe. They give more defense. They give 3% less damage. They give crit over block, which is iffy. I might keep both of them just to switch depending on the situation. The Greaves of the Woe give more accuracy and... Okay, I need to turn off Discord because this is getting annoying. God, I hate when notifications go off during videos. Alright, but anyways, yeah, so definitely I recommend... It depends on how you want to go for. I'm keeping both. I'll keep one for a more defensive outlook on it, and I'll keep one for more offensive, so if I'm playing hitter, I'm going to use the Dworgen boots, but if I'm playing support, or not really like full-on defense, but like plaguing and stuff, I'm going to keep the Deadlord's Greaves of Woe. But let's look at the stats compared to the Outlaws threads. Gives more damage, more critical, more health, less power pip, less accuracy, less resist, more stun resist, same shadow pip chance, and it gives double steel charm. Will I use this over it? Perhaps. I do like the way it's set up, but the drawbacks are pretty bad compared to the Dorian ones. Like, I don't want to kill my Power Pip. I guess it depends on how well you socket your jewels, because you can socket more jewels for accuracy and Power Pip, and Pierce to subsequent for the loss of that if you're going with these, or these for everything. The robe, honestly, I do agree with the popular opinion. The robe is not as good as, say, the Bone Smasher's robe or the Malister robe, just for the simple fact that those robes are absurdly overpowered and good. But the health and, like, I've always said the Mirage Raiders robe at 120 rivals the Jade robe, and in my opinion is better than the Jade robe due to healing, but with less defense, like almost 10% less defense. But this is still good. Like, it gives an upgraded spirit armor. And also, come on, if you don't want to use it and you use the boots as your main boots, just stitch your robe so you look like this. This looks sick. The hat is a similar situation to the Dwarvix Havoc hood, where, in my opinion, it's very situational. A lot more crit, a lot more damage, no defense whatsoever, a lot more accuracy. But the thing is, these things would be... I'd recommend using these over anything if it gave a good Power Pip chance. Power Pip is where it's failing. Now, will I ever use these? Will I ever use this hat? Maybe. Depends on what I'm doing. I guess let's continue opening everything. We're gonna redeem the pet, which I know everybody's raving over this pet, how cute it is and adorable, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. It's honestly not that interesting. Let's just get a good look at my character. Like, look at that. He looks sick. I'm definitely using this as, like, if I can dye this, I want to dye it blue and make it the Stitch for my ice character, because that would look sick. Because my friend's got the, I'm doing a co-op with my friend, we're, like, playing through the game together, and he's got fire wearing the Witch's Hunter gear, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to have this gear with it. Now, the bow, I've heard the bow's good, I've heard the bow's bad, I heard that all bundle gear is bad, I think the bow's amazing. 5% damage at level 1, that's absurd. Then goes to 6% and Power Pip, level 2, that's great. 7, 8 Pierce, 3 different cards, and Power Pip at level 30. The Pierce alone can help you rival the Skyrim Hosta, but I still recommend the Skyrim Hosta over it just for the simple fact that the damage on that's broken. But if you're at level 50, I recommend this over the Skyrim Hosta, just in case, because I know most people redeem it at max, but in case if you're a lower level questing through, let's say, Celestia, I'd recommend this over Skyrim Hosta any day. Or level 60 version gives crit, pierce, and damage. Just keeps getting better. The only difference is a little extra crit here. A little extra crit and more damage and more pierce. Extra crit, extra damage, extra pierce. Outlaws Courtesy. I heard this spell's glitched or something. I'm not sure. I might test it out in a separate video with some friends, because I know they want to see the spell and I want to see the spell, but some people have told me it's glitched. Now, I know everybody's like, oh, pip conversion ruined the game, pip conversion sucks, all that. I honestly think pip conversion's great. Kill me now. I think pip conversion was a great idea, especially not school-specific pip conversion, but having pip conversion for all schools is an amazing idea, because look, it gives them more pip conversion than deaf. Why am I going to need deaf pip conversion if I'm a deaf? But pip conversion for all schools can really help, especially if you're like me and you use things like Spirit Blade, Spirit Trap, Shift Green Oak, things like that, because that can get you a pip back. In a situation where I use Spirit Blade, and now I'm down to 4 pips, I get that extra pip back, and I get a Shadow Pip, I could get a Cthulhu on very next turn. I honestly think pip conversion, it was a great idea. In my opinion, they implemented it way too late into the game. And if they implemented pip conversion earlier on instead of critical and block, which they've changed so much, that would be amazing, because people at lower levels don't have the high enough power pip chance, and they use off-school spells such as the balance spells and all that. Pip conversion is an amazing stat for all that. And I do agree it will have its uses at max level. Like, this bow is good. It's very good. Comparing stats critical and block wise, it doesn't pales in comparison to my Fortune Teller's Perilous Eye. And it kind of pales in comparison crit and damage wise to the Headmaster's Doom Staff. But in my opinion, with the Pierce and and the pip conversion, and the Maycast, because I heard the Maycast can be really overpowered if it can be used right, but also I've heard it's broken. In a bad sense, it can be really good. Now, I say we should move on to the house, which I'm definitely using this house. And let's go. Like I said, not big of a fan of Avalon, but I love this house. Will this house alone change my opinions on Avalon? No. Still think Avalon's an okay world, not the greatest. But I do love the look of this house. It does match the Avalon style. And it's honestly just like, it's a treehouse. What could go wrong? Also has a catapult. Incoming! Nice. The dual circle, in my opinion, was brilliantly placed. Reminds me of certain boss fights in Avalon itself. The house, the main complaint I have with the house is, I've gone through it a couple times in Castle Tours. Very easy to get lost. Right off the bat, you have this room right here. You can go down into this area, which goes down into this area, which goes up to this area. Okay, let me just do this. Oh, crap. Oh, the pet hatched. This pet, honestly, I think the pet would have been better with a different bundle. But I get where it's going. It kind of reminds me of, like, not really Robin Hood, but Peter Pan and little Tinkerbell, or Link and, what's the thing's name? Navi. Yeah, Navi. Very little annoying little bugger like Navi. Hated Navi. Never played Ocarina of Time, but all the videos I've seen using Ocarina of Time, Navi's annoying. Let's equip the Vulpine Avenger again. I don't know why it's called the Vulpine Event. Why is it called an Avenger? Let's try looking for the hidden area. I know there's that. Alright. This is the part where I usually get lost. I never noticed all the background noises. It's actually very cool. Okay, so this is the main area. The stairs are really nice. I remember, I think it was Blue's video, he was commenting on how the stairs were amazing. I do like the stairs. I don't remember any other house with such spiral staircases. I believe the Massive Fantasy Palace might have had it. Can't remember exactly, but it's very hard to come by with good stairs, because usually they're all blocky and like that. No, that's here again. You know what, team? Well, why did I call you team? Wow, I'm watching Too Blush Blue. You know what, guys? I'll be right back once I find the area. Alright, guys, I'm back. Haven't found it yet. I forgot where it was, but might as well show you one of the hidden passageways that I know of. I don't know if there's any others. Boom. How about any other building? Which, I might use this myself. I'm gonna drink because it's free. It's so hot up here. Honestly, this is just a nice little room. Nice little room. I myself would use that room for like crafting or something. Have a crafting room. Forgot it was like that. Room I went to had a bridge. The world door, in my opinion, kind of looks a little bland. I know you can like glitch around and decorate it, but I'm not good at that stuff. I'll look up a tutorial or something. Maybe it's in this house. Oh, there it is. The Pioneer Dragon. What you gonna give me? Agave leaves. I actually needed these leaves. Well, that's really it when it comes to things. I'll once again want to thank Blue and KingsIsle for the code. And thanks everyone for watching. Bye.